Hello student, welcome to next lecture of event handling of subject Advanced Java Programming. In last lecture we see the concept adapter class and inner class. So in today's video we the learning outcome of today's video, first we see action listener interface and second we see the item listener interface. So these are the learning outcome of today's video. In third chapter, first we see the event classes, and then we see some concept like adapter class and inner class. In event class we only see the information about component who generate the event, and in next from today's lecture we see the listener topic. So first of all, listener is responsible to generate the action on event. So simple, when you click the button, that is event, and the source of event is button, and the action which is generated by the button, it is the responsibility of listener. Okay, so simple, the meaning of this. In this chapter we in this from today's lecture we see the concept, or we see the coding related to the event handling. So now let's start. So first we start with action listener interface. So remember one thing, the every event class have its respective listener interface. Just example, my class is action event, that time there is respective listener interface is action listener interface. So when action event is generated, that time action listener is responsible to give the response to that event. Okay, so remember that thing. Then action event is generated when a button is pressed. So uh, this topic we already see in previous some lectures. Action event is generated when button is pressed, or list is item is double click, or menu item is selected. So if any one of the event is occur, that time action listener is in action. So action listener generate the response for action event. This statement is very important. Action listener generate the response for action event. Every event class have its respective listener. Then the action listener interface is found in java.awt.event package. So package, when you write the code of event handling, that time package is package java.awt.event is used. So it is must to import at the starting of your Java program. Then next point, action listener interface define the action perform method that is invoked when an action event is occur. So there is only one method related to action event, and that method is action perform. The general form of that method is, this method have one parameter, action event action perform, and the parameter is object of action event class, and this method not return any value, so the return type of this method is void. So when we write the code for action event, that time this method is override. So next, how to write action listener. Okay, so just we take one example in next slide. So there are some steps to implement the action listener. So first step is, if you implement the action listener class, you need to follow three steps. Okay, so there are three steps to follow the action listener. First step is implement the action listener interface in the class. Just example, when this is very important. Uh, first step, implement the action listener interface in the class. So when you write the name of the class, when you declare the class, public class action listener example. So this is my class name, action listener example, and the class is implements action listener. So this code is very important. When you declare the class, that time the code for the action listener is implements action listener. We use the implements keyword to for interface. So action listener is one interface, so we use the implements. It is the concept of inheritance. Okay, when you inherit some class, that time we use the keyword extends, and when you extend some interface, that time we use the keyword interface. Next step, register the component with listener. So it is very important. Second step, uh, here for example, component means the if my button component generate the event, that time we write the object of button component. If the object is b1, so code for the b1 dot, then we write some next add action listener. So general form is component dot action listener, and in bracket we pass the instance of listener class. Okay, so these things we see in our next slide. When you write some example, when we take some example, that time these three steps are right in that example. Then last step is override the action perform method. As we see, there is only one method in action listener class, that is action perform method. So to implement the action listener, we override this method, and the general form is public void action perform. In action perform we pass the object of action event, and then we write the code related to method, that what you want to perform after generating the event. So these are the three steps to write the action listener. Okay, you better understand these all steps in example. When we take the example, that time all steps are covered in that example. So let me start example of the action listener. So the design, remember one thing in Java, the designing code is total difference that we study in first two chapter. Designing of component, like different various component we design in first two chapters. In second chapter we only study the code of event and its handling. Okay, so we add the code, and that is very important. Okay, so let's start the program. In program, first we import the java.awt package. Second, we import the java.awt.event package. Okay, so these are two different packages. First package is used to design the component, and second package used to handle the events. Next, first step here, first step is implement. As we see in previous slide, there are three steps. So first step is here I declare one class, public class. My class name is AL example. AL simple, I take AL action listener example, and I implement the implements action listener. So action listener is inbuilt interface in Java, and my class is extended. My class is inherited implement the action listener. Okay, so this is first step. Why we use the implement? Because action listener is the interface. Okay, so for that we use the implements keyword. Next, I define one text field, create one object of text field. Text field is inbuilt class, and the class is present in java.awt. So text field, and tf is the object of text field. Next, we define the constructor of our class. Our class name is AL example. So AL example is the constructor of the class. In constructor, first we create one object of frame. So frame f is equal to new frame, and the title of frame is action listener example. Next one, we initialize the text field. So tf is equal to new text field. So one text field is created when you initialize the object of text field. Then we set the position of text field by method setBound. So code for this tf, it is the object of text field dot setBound is method used to set the position of text field. Next, we create one button. Button b is the object of button is equal to new button, and the label of button is click here. So one button is created and one text field is created. Then we set the size of button. So code for B is the object of button dot set bound is method to set the position of button. Then second step, register your component with listener. So here button create the event. So object of button is B. Okay, so object of button is B and B dot add action listener, in bracket we passed this. So this is very important code to register button with listener. Listener name is action listener, so here we write the action listener. If the listener name is another like item listener, that time here add item listener, that code is implemented. Okay, so here B is the object of button and add action listener, and in bracket we pass this. So this is the code for registration of component with listener. So here button B is registered with our action listener. Then we add frame button into frame. So code for this F is the object of frame, add B is the object of button. Similarly we add text field in frame. Okay, then we set the size of frame, then we set the layout of frame, and then last we set the visibility of frame by the method set visible. Okay, so then next third step is override the method. Okay, so here we override the method public void action perform. So action perform, only one method is related to action listener interface. So override method means I declare that method, and in method I pass the object of action event. I create one action event object of action event class and that pass in the action perform. Okay, then I declare the code for that. First one, in our program button is registered with the action listener. So when the button is clicked, that time this code is executed. Okay, so what is that code? First, tf.set text field. When button is clicked, that time text field value is changed. So object of text field tf.set text. When button is clicked, that time the value of text field is welcome to action event. So first our text field is blank. When the button is clicked, that time this message is displayed in the text field. So simple, this is simple program related to action listener. Then last we define the main method public static void main string arguments, and then we create one object of our class AL example. Okay, so this is simple code to perform the action listener. In this example we create two component, first text field and second button. And when button is we write the code for when we press the button, that time one message is displayed in the text field. So when you click the button, that time the welcome to action event, this message is displayed in the text field. Okay, next we see the output. What is output of this program? First, it display the one frame with title action listener example. Two components are displayed. First is text field and second is button. Okay, when you click on button, that time output is displayed like this. One message is displayed in the text field, welcome to action event. So this is simple example of action event. Then we have some MCQ question. Action listener interface define dash method that is invoked when an action event occurs. So options are, first option action perform, second option action started, third option both A and B, and last option none of above. As we see, action listener have only one method, and the answer of this question is action perform. Next one, dash is generated when button is pressed. So options are adjustment event, second option action event, third option item event, and last option none of above. So answer of this question is action event is generated when button is pressed. Last option action listeners generate response for action event. So statement is true. So answer of the question is true. Next we see item listener interface. Item listener interface define the item state change method that is invoked when the state of any item change. So item listener interface have one method, that is item state change. S and C is capital. The item listener interface is found in java.awt.event package. So package is same as we see in previous example. Then it's the general form of the method is void item state change, and we pass the item event object in the method. Then we see the example of item listener. First we import AWT package, and second we import the java.awt.event package. Then we define one class IL example, and which is implements item listener. Okay, so it is first step. Then we define two checkbox ch1 and ch2. Then we define one label L1. Then we define the constructor of our class IL example. Next we create the object of frame, and the title of frame is checkbox example. So we create one object of frame. Then we initialize the label L1 is equal to new label. Initially it is blank because we not passed any value in the constructor. So initially label is blank. And then we set the position, we set the alignment of the label by method set alignment. And in set alignment we pass the constant label dot center. So the label is displayed in the center of the frame. Then we set the size of label. Then we initialize the checkbox first. So value of checkbox first is C++. Similarly, we set the position of checkbox first by method setBound, and similarly we initialize the checkbox second, which the value of checkbox second is Java, and same we set the position of the second checkbox. And then we create then we add the three components, that is checkbox 1, checkbox 2 and label into frame. So code for this f.add, and in bracket we pass the object of respective component. Then here step second, checkbox 1 dot add item listener this. So we register checkbox 1 with listener, and similarly checkbox 2 also register with the same listener. Okay, so both checkbox 1 and 2 is registered with the item listener. When the value of checkbox is changed, that time the item listener is generate some response. Then we set the size of frame, then we set the layout of frame, then we set the visibility of the frame. Okay, so this is code related to design. Then we write the method as item state change, override this method. In this method we pass the item event object. Okay, so in method code first we define if g is the object of item event dot get source. Get source is the method which return the object of the component which generate the event. Okay, so if the value get source return the ch1, means we write the code e dot get source is equal to ch1. That means if the check box 1 generate the event, that time L1, that is our label 1 dot set लेवल 1 को सेट करेगा वो C++ चेकबॉक्स. ओके, then this code is right for if the get state change method is equal to 1, that time first check message is display, and if the unclick, that time uncheck message is display. So here we use the ternary operator. If the value if this condition is true, then value is equal to first check, and if the condition is false, then value is unchecked. Similarly we write the code for checkbox second, and then we write the main method public static void main string argument, and then we create one object of item listener example class. Okay, so this is simple code for the action item listener. Output is first it is display the one frame with two checkbox C++ and Java. Here also we create one label. So label is not display because label have not any value. Initially it not have any value. When you click on C++ or Java, that time label display some message. Okay. So here if I click on Java, that time label is set Java checkbox checked. Okay, so this message is generated when you check the any checkbox. If you check C++, that time this display Java C++ checkbox check. If you uncheck the box, that time is display Java checkbox uncheck. Okay, so this is simple example of item listener, and this listener is responsible when the state of any item is changed. State change means if here I click on Java, that time first initially Java is unselected, and when we click the Java, that time it is selected. So the state of Java checkbox is changed. Okay, so that time item listener is in action. Okay, so it is simple example of item listener. Today in this lecture we see first action listener and then we see the item listener. In next chapter, sorry, in next lecture we see some another listener interface. So remember the some basic points. First, there are three steps. First, implement your class with the respective interface. Second, register your component with the listener, and last one, override the respective methods. So methods are very important. Action listener have one method, action perform, and item listener have one method, item state change. So remember the methods when you study the listener. Thank you.